Swami Ni Vato. Yadromavivare kotaya prutak tadaksharam gunatitam namamyaham mahadhyanabhyasam vidatamajasam bhagavata pavite praptam સ્થિતિમતિવરૈકાંતિકવૃષે સદાનંદમ સારમ પરમહરિવાર્તા વ્યસનિનમ ગુણાતીતાનંદમ મુનિવરમહમ નોમિ સતતમ. સ્વામિનારાયણ હરે. પ્રથમ તો સર્વ સંકલ્પને પડતા મૂકીને એકાગ્ર ચિત્તે થઈને શ્રીજી મહારાજ પુરુષોત્તમને સંભાળીને એમ ધારવું છે કે સ્વામી વાતો કરે છે ને આપણે સાંભળીએ છીએ તે પ્રમાણે પોતાના અંતરમાં તપાસ કરતા જવું અને કહ્યું છે તેમ સમજીને વર્તવું. અનાદિમૂળ અક્ષરમૂર્તિ શ્રી ગુણાતીતાનંદ સ્વામીએ વાત કરી. આપણે પ્રકરણ 12ની 133મી વાત છે. સ્વામિનારાયણ હરે. સ્વામીએ વાત કરી સંવંત 1919ના અષાઢ સુધી પૂનમને દિવસે સ્વામીએ વાત કરી છે. પ્રકૃતિ પુરુષના લોક સુધી સૌ ઉફાણે આવ્યું છે. તે કોઈને શાંતિ નથી ને વિષયના માર્ગે મોત હોય તો પણ ગણે નહીં. કથા કીર્તન કરે કે દાન દક્ષિણા દે તે મોરીએથી વિષય પામવાની આશાએ તે સકામ કહેવાય ને દુખિયાને શાંતિનો લેશ નથી. તે પોતાનો ઉદ્વેગ હોય તે બીજામાં ગાલી દે ને સર્પ જેમ કરડીને બીજાનું મોત કરે છે ને બોલાવે તેમ જેમ કાળો નાગ ફૂફાડા મારે તેમ બોલે. માટે 3 પ્રકારના દુષ્ટ કયા છે. તે પોતાનું અને બીજાનું ભૂંડું જ કરે તેની વિકતિ છે. એક તો જલેબી ખાઈને મરી ગયો અને બીજો નાક વાઢીને અપશુકન કરે અને ત્રીજો વાઘ માણસ્યો થાય. તે પોતે પોતાનું માંસ વાઘને ખવડાવીને વાઘને માણસ મારતા શીખવે. આપણે વાંચી
Guanatitan Swamiji is saying that on the day of Ashad Sudi Punam, which is the 15th day of the month of the bright half of Ashad, year 1919, that until the abode of Prakriti and Purush, everything has been overflowing internally and no one has the inner peace. And we know that on the pathway of sense gratification, there is death. Yet, we don't pay attention to such things. Many come to discourses, sing the devotional songs, and also do a lot of donations. Yet, they wish so that eventually they can get sense gratifications and enjoyment of the worldly level. Such desires are said to be with expectations, and the whole world don't have peace within them. And they are such that their own inner confusions and upsetness, they would put it in others. Similar to a snake who would bite someone and would kill someone. So they would do the same thing. And when called upon, then as if the snake who would come up to us and hiss, similarly, they would speak with that tone. Hence, there are 3 types of ill company or ill people. They would create problems for themselves as well as others. And to understand them, one would be such that they would eat sweets and kill themselves. And others are such that they would create inauspiciousness. And the third are such that they would teach the lion how to eat meat and then teach the lion how to kill others.
સરસ સજાનંદ સ્વામી મહારાજની જય. ગુરુ બ્રહ્મા ગુરુ વિષ્ણુ ગુરુદેવો મહેશ્વર ગુરુર સાક્ષાત પરબ્રહ્મ તસ્મૈ શ્રી ગુરુવે નમઃ. ત્વમેવ માતા ચ પિતા ત્વમેવ त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव. जे उत्पत्ति स्थिति लय करे वेदो स्तुति उच्चरे जेनारोम सुछिद्रमा अणुसमा ब्रह्मांड कोटि फरे. माया काळ रवि शशि सुरगणो आज्ञान लोपे क्षण एवा अक्षरधामनाधिपति श्री स्वामी नारायण. जनियमृतवाणी तो वही रही साक्षात महिमा रूपे. जनी ब्राह्मी स्थिति अहोलिन करे सुभव्य अक्षर पदे. शरणागत निज अल्प जीव सहुना श्रेयार्थ तत्पर रहे. काका स्नेहल सिंधु दिव्य विभुने हयो तो वंदन करे. सजानंद स्वामी महाराजनी जय. सर्वे गुणातीत स्वरूपोनी जय जय जय. प्रकट ब्रह्म स्वरूप काकाजी महाराज पप्पाजी महाराज स्नेहल सिंधु दिव्य बंधु शताब्दी पर्व महोत्सवनी जय जय. प्रगट ब्रह्म स्वरूप हरिप्रसाद स्वामी महाराज आत्मीय युवा महोत्सवनी जय जय. प्रगट ब्रह्म स्वरूप जसभाई साहेब संत आज्ञा पर्व महोत्सवनी जय जय जय. सदगुरुदेव की जय जय जय. आज के आनंद की जय जय जय. आज बहुत अच्छा दिन है, एकादशी का दिन है आज. और एकादशी के दिन के साथ ये मई महीने के अंदर आज महापूजा भी करी और हमारे हरिप्रसाद स्वामी जी का बर्थडे भी मनाया. इन द मंथ ऑफ मे वी हैव लॉट ऑफ गुड बर्थडेज कमिंग. We started out with Vimal Kumar's on the 2nd of May, Indira Ben. Today is Ila Ben, our Falguni Ben and Vijay Bhai's mom in Ohio, Columbus, is her birthday today. And also yesterday we celebrated Hariprasad Swami's birthday in Jain Mandir. And then on the 19th we would have our Sahib's Bapu's birthday coming. So Bapu is in Paris. He arrived yesterday in Paris from Bombay. He will be there for 10 days. Then he will be coming here on the 16th. And on the 19th, on Sunday, we are going to have Bapu's birthday celebration here also. So we are all asking you to all join on that birthday also. And on this occasion, we want to pray to God. We want to pray to all Gunatit saints so that we can get the positive vibrations and positive inspiration. And our month of May becomes full of flowers. April shower and May flowers. We had not only shower, but we had storm and a lot of rain this April. So we should get a lot of flowers. And we want to offer those flowers to God. So today we have a lot of new members, new faces today, They are not relatively just new, we know all of them, but we are very happy that you are all back here today and you are enjoying this, discourses and satsang. It is our pleasure also. So on every Sunday after this Mahapuja, we are reading one or two talks from Gunatitanand Swami. Gunatitanand Swami was the abode of Lord Swami Narayan, who came with Lord Swami Narayan 237 years ago, 229 years ago, 4 years after Swaminarayan Bhagavan was born. So, just like when God comes, He brings His abode and all His powerful entities with Him, His cabinet or whatever we call. So, in the history when Lord Ram came, He came with His abode, which is the snake, Sheshnag, as Lakshmanji, When Lord Krishna came, He came with His abode, same Sheshnag as Balaram. So, when God comes, He brings His abode and He brings other people with Him also. So, same way when Swaminarayan Bhagavan came, He came with His abode and all these saints and all these householders and everybody who were the higher incarnations and higher devatas and deities, they came together, and established a nice base and foundation. So Gunatitanand Swami, after Swaminarayan Bhagavan's passing away, at the age of 49, Swaminarayan Bhagavan passed away. Gunatitanand Swami was the leader in a temple in the western part of Gujarat, Junagadh, and he started the worship and explaining all these people in the satsang and outside how the glory of Swaminarayan Bhagavan is, and was. So, in that, Gunatitanand Swami is saying this in the chapter 12, talk number 133. It is on the month of Ashad, full moon day, Vikram Samvat 1919. Right now it is 2069. So it's about 150 years ago. So, Gunatitanand Swami was discussing one point. Swami is saying that when things are heating up, it just picks up more and more boiling. Just like a milk. When you start boiling the milk, it starts boiling slowly, and then eventually it just becomes overflowing, So, same way, everything within the universe has come to such a boiling point, mentally and emotionally, that it is also ready to pour out from the capacity. જેમ દૂધ ઉભરાય અને ઉભરાઈને બહાર પડી જાય, એમ પ્રકૃતિ પુરુષ સુધીના બધા દુખિયા થઈ અને ઉભરાઈ રહ્યા છે. એવું ગુણાતીતાનંદ સ્વામી આ વાત કરે છે. એન્ડ દેટ ઇઝ વાય નોબડી ઇઝ એટ રિયલ પીસ. કોઈને કંઈ શાંતિ નથી. શંકરભાઈ કંઈક અમારે તો છે ભાઈ. અમારા શંકરભાઈના ઘરે એમનું વાઈફનું નામ શાંતાઈબેન છે. But Swami is saying, that without the God and the divine saints, we cannot have the inner peace. We cannot have the inner joy. no matter how prosperous we are, no matter how healthy we are. And we can think, that a lot of people with a lot of money and famous people, they have committed suicides, They don't have lack of money. They are healthy also. But they don't have inner peace. And at the young age, they commit a suicide, So that is pitiful, And this is what Swami is saying, that વિષયના માર્ગે મોત હોય તો પણ ગણે નહીં. And they would go on the roadway of sense gratification, that they know that it would kill them, but they will not pay attention. They would ignore it. We start out with, if somebody is finding, that has diabetes. So now they know that diabetes is a Raj Rog, It would invite so many other diseases because of diabetes. So, first thing is to stop eating sweets. But they would find another solution, insulin, medications. Why? Because they don't want to cut down on sugar, sweets. And then when they run out of those insulin shots, say that, that is the maximum doctor can give. Then people from the home would say that now cut down on food and sweets. They say, no, we have to die one day, but let me enjoy and eat. So they have committed themselves that, okay, I am not going to give up my bad habit, Rather than that, one should be wise, to control. And I remember our brother-in-law, our મોટી બેન્સ હસબન્ડ અમારા મોટી બેનના રમણલાલ હતા. એમને નાની ઉંમરે જ્યારે ડાયાબિટીસનો ખ્યાલ આવ્યો ત્યારથી એમણે ગળ્યું ખાવાનું બધું છોડી દીધું. હી ક્વિટ. વેરી ડિસિપ્લિન અને ટાઈમસર ખાવાનું ચાલુ કર્યું. He would eat right at 12 o'clock, Whether he would be in the big chief engineer's office in the middle of discussing everything, when it is 12 o'clock, he would start opening up his tiffin. પેલા એન્જિનિયર કંઈક સાહેબ આ શું કે તમારે જે વાત કરવી એ કરો, પણ મારા ડૉક્ટરે કહ્યું છે કે તમારે રેગ્યુલર ખાવાનું, ટાઈમે ખાવાનું, એટલે હું આ ટિફિન છોડીને ખાવા બેઠો છું. He was very disciplined, and he lived because of that a very long life. But what we are saying is that we invite problems with either ignorance or with stubbornness or with some kind of pride and jealousy and all those things, So these are the things which invite us into trouble, And Gunatitanand Swami says that when we do that thing, we don't worry about our dying, We just don't think that this would kill us, And that is a pity, On the other hand, Gunatitanand Swami is saying that those who are semi-religious or spiritual and come to the temples or the churches and they listen the discourses or they do the singing or they do the donations, and this all they are doing is not to elevate to the highest level, not to liberate themselves, but by doing that, they know that they will get manifold back. They would get in return from the divine system manifold back. Just like we put one grain into the soil and it comes out with 1,000-fold, So this is also a donation and other things, that you do wrong thing, collect money, 10% of that maybe you put back and hope that you will get 1,000-fold, in a good way. So these are the calculations people do, And Swami says that is not good also, We should do it to please the God, not to calculate the other ways of getting it back, So that is also sakam, with the desire. And those kind of unhappy people don't have a trace of happiness. Now what happens? When somebody is unhappy, then he says that why others are happy? Why somebody is not becoming unhappy like me? So they try to find out a way to make others who are happy or semi-happy, unhappy. They try to convert them into the medium of unhappiness. એટલે સ્વામી કહે છે કે પોતાનો ઉદ્વેગ હોય એ બીજામાં ઘાલી દે. Whatever unhappiness they have, they would implant that into some others also who are in their company, And Swami is giving example that a snake, he would bite somebody and create a problem. Even that is said that snake would eat their own offsprings also, પોતાના બચ્ચા હોય એને બી ખાઈ જાય, snake. So that is the bad quality, So there are people like snake, that if somebody, they discuss to somebody, then, or if somebody is saying that please come here, then they would come like a snake, cobra with the fang, and make others either unhappy or fearful, So this is their style, and they would make others unhappy also. And then Swami is discussing about 3 types of bad people, that they would do wrong or bad to themselves. Not only that, but they would do the bad to the others also. And here Swami is saying there are 3 kind of people. The first one, who would eat the jalebi or sweets and then die. The meaning that Swami is saying is that if there is a big marriage ceremony or some function, a guy comes with the bad intention that I want to create a havoc in this good thinking, good occasion, in the marriage. So that person will come and either overeat the sweet, being already diabetic, and faint and die, And because of his death, the whole marriage ceremony will be in havoc, It would be a problem, So those kind of people, I remember in our town also, there was one of our, person in our street, that he would always find something wrong in the marriage process. Either he was not invited, if he was invited, not properly invited, if he was properly invited, not mannered, welcomed, and all those small things he would find, And he would come with a stick, and a big mustache and a big voice, And right in the middle, when the circles are going around, he would start his own swaha, And he would create a big havoc, And people knew that he is going to do that, So my father used to do this thing, that when he shows up, my father would talk to him nicely and take him to outside of marriage ceremony, and keep him quiet, and he would boil up, He would boil up, but my father would say, okay, until the marriage is over, So we have to quiet those people down, So there are some type of people that they would eat something, sweets and other things, to the extent that they would get killed by themselves and create the havoc in the good things. The others are that they would cut off their nose. Right in the middle of ceremony, they would cut off their nose and bleeding and all over and create the bad omen, The nose cutting is not a good thing, and it is considered a bad omen, And they would ruin the good occasion, And the third group of people are that they are called the trained tiger men. They would train the tiger by cutting his own flesh and giving the tiger and giving the taste of the human being, and creating a habit of tiger to kill human being. Normally tiger would go out and get the goat or some, calf or some animal, normally. But these people would train the tigers to kill people, kill human being, and then they would free up that tiger in the town, and create a lot of havoc, So these are all trouble makers, That's what Swami says, There are so many others, Here in this country we have varieties of other types, They have, what kind of bombs they have, Pressure cooker bomb? Yeah. Now pressure cooker is not meant for bomb, All these mothers, all these nice people, those who cook the food in pressure cooker, they would never think, okay, how could we make pressure cooker as a destroying weapon, but they do that. So every good thing can be converted into a bad thing. If our attitude is bad, we can always make good use of good thing and convert into bad thing. So we have to make sure that we don't have company of those kind of people. We should stay away from those kind of people if we want to be happy. And if we still care for those people, then send them here, and then we will pray for them. That's all we can say, right? If you have problem, if you have difficulty, invite them. We will pray for them. Once they come here, they will see a positive thing, a good thing, and eventually they would change, It is all how the company makes the difference. That is what Swami is saying, That if we have a good company, if we have a good association, eventually we would give up all our bad habits. And coming to this satsang, इधर हम जो सत्संग में आते हैं तो ज़रूर कोई ना कोई अच्छा लेकर जाते हैं, और आज भी आप सब आए हैं तो ऐसा कुछ अच्छा भाव लेकर जाना कि घर में मैं कुछ तरह से हमारे घर का कुछ सपोर्ट कर सकूं, घर में कुछ मैं मदद कर सकूं, घर में फैमिली को मैं राजी कर सकूं, ऐसा भाव लेकर जाना है. हमारा जो भी स्वभाव है वो स्वभाव को छोड़ना है. हमारे आदतें हैं उसको पॉजिटिव करना है, और वो पॉजिटिव करने के लिए इधर हम बहुत प्रकार की टेक्निक्स बताते हैं. हम नाइट प्रेयर का भी बहुत बार रिपीट करते हैं. वी टॉक अबाउट नाइट प्रेयर, that whatever problems we have, if we pray at night before we go to sleep, our subconscious mind works throughout the whole night and finds the proper solution. Our brain has tremendous capacity, but we don't know how to really make use of the brain. So our Gurudev Kakaji had given this technique that you do the night prayer, and moment you wake up in the morning, you first remember the God and the saints and then do the activity. So the time that you slept in between the whole night, which is like 6 hours, 7, 8 hours, or more, is not a sleep, but it is a samadhi, meditation. If I tell you that if you want to be happy, you sit on this chair for 6 hours and you will be happy, you would get bored, That how can I stay here, sit here for 6 hours, It would be tiring. But here, Kakaji gave us a technique that before you go to bed and you do this night prayer, repentance prayer, and ask for the forgiveness to God and the saints, and then sleep and wake up and remember God and saints, that 6 hours or 8 hours of period is a samadhi. Just like the yogis, they used to go to jungle and would do a meditation or samadhi. It is the same process, because the yogis, before going in samadhi, they close their eyes, slow down their breathing, but focus on God, We are doing the same thing. We are closing our eyes, and normally our breathing also slows down when we are resting and sleeping. So it is the same process, and it is the process free that you are enjoying laying in the bed, not in the jungle, and worry about animals or anything coming and bothering you, but you are enjoying this sleep, at the same time you are benefiting this thing. So we have so many people here, that they do night prayer. And those who would like to do night prayer, let me give you some encouragement, that those who does night prayer, please raise your hand, so we can see, huh? All these people are doing night prayer, So it's not just one or two, huh? And they are all benefiting. All those who are doing this night prayer and benefiting also, please raise your hand. Same hand, If somebody is mathematician, would say that how many of are not enjoying. Let's put that way, Those who are not enjoying night prayer and still unhappy, raise your hand, See, now we got the total. So night prayer is an advanced prayer for tomorrow. Whatever is going to happen tomorrow, we are booking it pleasantly and positively earlier, 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours earlier, So why don't we do that? When we want to go to India, we book the tickets how long ago? 6 months ago we book our ticket, Our Pankaj Bhai is a travel agent, and a lot of people call him for getting the best price and best airline and best services, all best, right? Yeah. But they call 6 months ahead of the time, So why don't we book only one day ahead for our next day's activity? That is the purpose, that we always try to explain here. So those who are not doing night prayer, please try out, And if you think that it may not work for you, try out for 1 week, and see if that benefits you. If it doesn't benefit, then write me an email or send me a letter or whatever, and I will pray for you also, so that it works for you, And I have experience, I have full faith, so I am not going to have any questions or doubt, because it's a science. When you put 1 plus 1 and it is always 2, that is science, Same way, this is also scientific. So this is the message today. We could have gone to the next Vaat, but there are a couple of other things we have today. We have my relative and a professor and a retired gentleman who is fully dedicated to our satsang, Virendra Lal, from Iowa City, has come here, and his brother, Dr. Jitu Bhai, he has moved, sorry. I was still thinking, you can come, But he is also a doctor in Peoria, and their family members have come here. So we want to get some of their blessings also. And at the end of those two blessings, we have a nice video from India that our Param Pujya Sahib Dada has a school for handicapped children, those who are unfortunate, and Sahib Dada has created a nice school for them, and they have done nice jobs, nice wonders, and we have a nice video, about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that we have brought also, that we will have a chance to see. And we all then will, have the prasad, and then if anybody has anything to talk to me or anybody, you have a freedom to talk, because we have kept you not talking to anybody for this long time, Sajanand Swami Maharaj Ni Jai.